Donk is the GOAT. The 17-year-old superstar did the impossible, posting the best numbers ever at Katowice. And in the grand final he ended with a 1.92 rating after 3 maps, something unheard of. And this was done versus FaZe, the second best team in the world. Today I will break down how Spirit sets up Donk for success and key rounds from the grand final that help Spirit lift the trophy. Donk is a peak that almost no other players have, so how does Spirit set him up for success? On FaZe Ramp Rush, Donk is able to find 3 kills and win the round. But how are his teammates allowing him to get these 3 kills? First we can look at Shiro, who finds 1 kill, but then makes sure to fall back to force FaZe to focus him, and allows Donk a little bit more room to get the kills. Just look at how Brokey peeks into Shiro and is dealt with by Donk. So Shiro set himself up as the bait here to allow Donk to get the kills.
And he's done well, delays them up the ramp, blocks shredded, Donk farming, he's got 14 frags lads, this is a...
Donk has the hero AK in this round almost, only Shiro have an Galil, the rest are upgraded pistols. So for a play like this to work, when you have 2 rifles and 3 pistols, you need to play together. And here it starts outside with Donk waiting to get behind red and try to find an opening kill. And he will eventually find Rain in garage and take full outside control. But there are some moving parts on Spirits to make this work. It starts with Chopper throwing some fake utility inside of A site to force the A site player to focus site and leave only 1 player outside alone. Then Magic will as well throw a fake Molotov towards A to do the same as Chopper, force FaZe to stay. Then he will take full secret control to allow Donk to only focus garage. Sontic starts the round in lobby, and here he will line up like this, a deep A main smoke to make sure FaZe can't help Rain at all from sight. And like that, we have now seen how 3 players will take space, use utility and more to make sure Donk has an easier time to win the fights outside and have impact.
Rain's still got a lot to work with here, Donk was trying to go wide, you saw him there. Trying to hunt down Rain, look at that!
Donk in this round is a solo player outside, while the rest of his team goes 4 players lobby. The play is to allow Donk to get outside control fast, and then use the smokes that has been thrown to allow Donk to walk out into main and help on the execute. But how can Spirit make sure FaZe will not be watching main? Well, it all starts with the smokes that are being thrown by Chopper and Magix. This creates this weird smoke on main that will cover above main and door. This allows for a silo jump to main for a player to get close to main. As well as they are then doing proper smokes to make sure FaZe has a player that have to be aware of a possibility that there might be a player towards secret, to force FaZe to have 1 player there. And you can see one of the FaZe players have to run down to watch for this, so 1 less player to worry about. And then Spirit are just going for the execute normally, from door and hut, to force the FaZe players to focus them. And this allows Donk to come in and kill 2 players not even looking at him. And this nice flash from Shiro just make sure Donk will not deal with any other players watching towards him.
Movement, hunting, killing, Donk, up and in.
The last round of the match, and Donk gets 3 kills while entering. Well, to even understand how Spirit sets Donk up in this round, you need to understand how the CT will usually play on Nuke. They will have 1 player holding hut. In this case, he's above hut, usually backside, or he can be in like off angle. 1 player holding door, and he as well sometimes might be on top of hut, but in this case he's second vent. And then a rotator from heaven. And Spirit knows this, and this is why they are letting Donk go hut and not door, since this allows him an easier way of padding towards sight. Chopper will use a bunch of utility towards main, to make sure any main players will be outside of the round for some few seconds. And this is done to minimize what Donk have to watch out for and clear. Magic will have the role as entry and full on clear roof, and here he's found, but this is crucial information for Donk, and this gives Donk his first kill. Shiro will Molotov like this to force the hut player to drop down, and it's why he drop downs right to Donk. And then flash like this to force the second vent player not to peek, while Sontix will run out of the door fully focusing site and not main, since Chopper uses a lot of utility there, to clear that part for the hot player. Since this path to clear front site is sometimes very hard to do, due to how unusual it is for a player to play there, and how hard it is to fit inside the pathing you take from hot to site, and Donk finds 3 kills of his teammate support.
Really gonna be just aggressive top, they take it whenever they want, he just walks on in. This time, it's FaZe that repel the invaders. Oh dear, Donk with 3.
Donk has some great entries in this round, finding 2 kills in such a crucial round before planting the bomb. So how did his teammates help him? Well, Donk waits for a long time in apps, since it's done to allow his mid player to gather information in middle and win more map control. And the players in middle, as soon as Donk gets the first kill, are already ready with a flash and to peek and take short control. And this is done to give info to the B-side players of how cat and short looks like. Shiro is helping the 2-Apps player with the flash to get out, and then jumping out and fully focusing short, and Sontix will be the wingman of Donk, and jumping out with him and just holding and clearing what Donk is not clearing, before he plants the bomb and holds off the retake from FaZe.
They're coming for him. Chopper coming up short side as well. Missed shots. Donk already has taken down Carrigan. Frozen needs to deliver. He's already found one. Brokey into the site. What can you do? Hard shot to hit. It's Donk with an impactful double.
This round starts with Donk doing his classic early mid take, with a smoke in con and a flash to peek middle. But it's not what his teammates were able to set him up for, rather this killing 2 players with their back turned. And he was able to do this since he got the information top mid early, and when he walks to help, FaZe will be focusing the player top palace, already making so much noise, as well as the CT player, and this allows Donk to just backstep 2 of FaZe players and completely stop the rush.
Takes the call. Should be Magic's. The flash timing works well, but here is Donk again.
Donk on the execute is able to rotate down to heaven and find 2 kills and deal with Carrigan after. So how did his teammate help him? Well, I don't think they meant to help him, but in these 5v5 executes, there's so much happening and Donk used that to his advantage. But blowing up the smoke to help his teammate on site, Magic's towards water uses this smoke and then takes the fight, forcing the FaZe players in water to focus him, while Donk can break the heaven smoke to kill the water player. As well as this smoke makes it so Donk from heaven do not have to deal with any jail or monster players when he peeks, and it just sets him up for even more kills.
Magic's can't swivel around in time, but Donk's still alive. Hold on. Ahead of him. Nice shot. Does it find Donk? No, he does not.
Donk is a great retake. So how is it possible? Well, by baiting Selg. I'm joking, but it might seem like that. Many knows the entry fragger as the player, the other bait to get some kills. But this is a role for the T side, not the CT side, and that's true. But for the CT side on a retake, sometimes it can be good to have a player kind of do that. Run out, get info and die. If he gets a kill, well done. And I will be Chopper in this round. He will go heaven with Donk. And when going out, if you focus on Chopper's POV, he will do what I want to call a lazy clear. Just looking everywhere in water, trying to get as much info as possible for his 3 other teammates to use. So here he will spot both players in water and give this info to Donk who's right behind him. While Shiro will run out and make a lot of noise towards ABC to force the water players to pick. Do I fight heaven or do I fight ABC? And that allows no matter what in the 1v1 Shiro or Donk to trade each other and win the half 11-1. And after Chopper dies, Donk is able to find 2 kills towards water and a guy on site since the new bomb just was planted, and the site player, now that they know one is ABC, kinda have to swing one of them and decides to swing Donk. Never ideal.
Heaven now occupied as well. Chip damage from the nade. Robs will find a little bit of a jump from Chopper. It's Frozen that finishes. But now, just like that, Donk happens again! From the heavens, he rains down hellfire!
Don't click off. If you enjoyed this video so far, it would mean the world to me if you want to subscribe, leave a comment and even a like. As well as I have a Discord server for everyone who wants to improve in CS2, link in the description. Let's now just look at some key rounds from the match from both teams. These were some of the rounds that were deciding factors of who would win, since up until Overpass, the game was kinda close. Spirit are up 2-0 and FaZe needs this round. For Spirit, this is what you call a bonus. And if you don't know, the bonus is the round after you win the pistol and the second round, so the third round. You will have some weaker guns, so you call it a bonus, since if you win the round, it's a bonus round, you won a bonus round, you will upgrade, nice. And if you lose, it doesn't really matter, you have the economy to buy next round, and you can have a proper buy then. But for FaZe, this is a turning point. Their economy are not ideal, so losing this round will give them a massive reset. And that is not ideal on a map like Nuke, that is already so favored for the CT side. FaZe are going for 3 players outside, using these lineups for the outside smokes, as well as Rain using this smoke to allow him to cross without the garage player seeing him. While the Den are sending 2 players to lobby, a very default setup, just to get the information and play off that. While Spirit are going 2 players outside, using this deep Molotov outside to try to stop FaZe, and then 2 players on A Molotoving the door and then 1 in ramp. So far very default from both teams. And this has worked perfect. 3 of FaZe players has been able to cross without being seen. Perfect start to the round. But this means Spirit has to start moving, since when they can't get any information outside, you have to kind of assume that the T's has crossed to secret. But sometimes going down might not be the best option, and rather what Sontic does. He understands that they lost B control and secret. With an MP9 in hand, it's not easy to fend off some riflers long range from ramp, and here he rather starts to push ramp to lobby, to try to stop the FaZe players here. And you know, this is a bonus, so even if he dies, the info he gets is valuable. and his gun was never supposed to be brought back into next round anyways. And here he is able to kill Kerrigan and shoot Robs low, and for Spirit this was quite a successful push. In the meantime, FaZe runs out double door, all three quite risky, and gets a bomb down in a 4v4. And here in these retakes, someone has to just start it, and that is Chopper. He's the man for this. Or should I say, the new boyfriend of Taylor Swift. They look like the same person. Back to the match. He runs out of the door and takes FaZe attention to allow Donk to do a delayed peek from ramp, and here finds 2 kills after Brokey was molotov off. Another great wave of how Spirit sets up Donk for success. As well as Zero finding Rain, so now it's a 2v1 in Spirit's bonus. While Robs is coming from ramp and Spirit knows this, they cleared out both doors, so ramp is the only option for Robs, and it's why Zero is watching it. But there's a massive whiff. Spirit has no kits on the remaining 2 players, so it has to be a 10-second stick. But Donk died with a kit, so here Zero had to pick that up and start the defuse, and Robs wins the 1v2 fight, since he's able to win the 1v1 against Zero, and then just spots the bomb planter and is able to kill him right before he got the defuse. FaZe are on a low buy, and down by 4 rounds, when Spirit has started to build a bank, and most would look at this round and say that FaZe should just lose it, GG, go next. But at the highest level of Counter-Strike, these rounds can help you win or lose the map. So for FaZe, it's no monkey business. Spirit on the other hand has gotten a great lead and bank, so for them they are playing way more relaxed, and this might hurt them. FaZe are going 1 player outside using this smoke here for the cross, as well as a teammate will from spawn use this smoke to help him outside. But here waits with the smoke since Spirit has molotov the outside player, while the last 4 players of FaZe are all grouped towards lobby and ramp. While Spirit are going for 2 players in ramp using a molotov to make sure FaZe can't rush ramp, and then have 1 player outside and 2 on A site. Spirit as well smokes ramp and then they line up for this nade, and this is supposed to be thrown as soon as the health player makes contact with ramp, a great lineup to use when you want some crucial chip damage to any T's pushing ramp. But this backfires. They throw the nade too soon, probably to break the smoke, so the ramp player could peek deeper into ramp and lobby. And here FaZe finds both kills in ramp, as well as Rain finding Donk outside, and just like that Spirit are down to a 2v4 against a full-on pistol buy from FaZe. And Magis gets found, unfortunate timing, and FaZe takes the round.
Do some heavy HE damage combined with a nice spray. Oh, the timing is immaculate. He'll only get the 1. It's a big frag to post. Here we go. FaZe Clan and their pistols.
Both teams are on low buy, as well as the game is close, so this round could have decided the fate of the whole Nuke game. So the winner of this will most likely secure the next round after, and for Spirit that is almost match point. While if FaZe wins it, they will be back in the lead, something they have not been in this match so far. Spirit are on the T side now, and are going for quite a default take, with 2 players outside and then 3 towards lobby and roof. And here Spirit uses this smoke here to smoke the top of main roof. It's a good smoke if the roof player wants to do a silo jump down to the main roof, as well as immobilizing the main player from the CTs. And then using this molotov towards A side to get some early info, while FaZe are going for 2 players outside, 1 on A side and then 2 towards ramp, where 1 will go back and forth from ramp and heaven. FaZe has been smart and smoked off the door, as well as Frozen have walked back to top of the roof. So for FaZe this is key. But there are some issues. FaZe do not have a lot of mid control, and you can see how worried Frozen is when walking down from the roof, always looking main. When the smoke fades indoors, Spirit will have 2 players ready to walk out. And since FaZe now have no players holding it, Kerrigan and Frozen had to take something back, and here tries to take hot. But Chopper is too strong and finds 2 kills, and opens up the site. As well as Robs is dealt with in heaven, and Spirit takes the round, and later the match.
That's all. Spirit can aim map.
Yes, it's Kerrigan that brings the fight to them. Chopper down the ladder and opens up the site. Rob's only the 1. Spirit kick open the front door.
FaZe has the lead, and money-wise, Spirit is in a pretty bad position, with barely having a total of $500 left after the buy. So this is a crucial round for them, to make sure FaZe will not run away with this map. FaZe starts the round in a 2-1-2 setup, with a more aggressive type of a setup. Usually in a 2-1-2 setup, you'll have 1 player window, 1 stairs, and 1 CT, as well as 1 towards short and 1 car on B. But here FaZe are rather going for 1 player pushing apps on a flash from the B site player, as well as both A players taking full on ramp control. While Spirits are going for 1 in spawn ready with a smoke, 1 top middle who has smoked like this and flashes here to try to fight for mid control, and then 3 players towards apps. And here is where the action will start. Here Frozen goes for the apps push, and I do not like this. The ramp players are about to realize that ramp is cleared, and that should tell Frozen that Spirit are coming towards apps and quickly. But the problem is that FaZe molotofs themselves in apps, and this allows Spirit to set up a little bit better for this peak, and here they deal with Frozen rather quick. And I love how Donk just wants to run out and get more kills, but Kerrigan molotofs him out of the entrance and he has to fall back. But this kill in apps has forced the mid player to rotate, and this allows Spirit to take bottom mid control. And just like that, Spirit, who had such a tunnel vision towards apps, have now more map control than FaZe, even though FaZe's whole game plan was to win early map control and box in Spirit. This has backfired. And Kerrigan understands this, and here he walks up short and finds the top mid player, since Magix was too worried about con and window. And I and Kerrigan have traded back, but this allows Spirit to just go for the execute, and it's perfect, where they will run out right before the smoke drops down, so they will be out on site before Brokey will be able to get to site, since the logical way of playing by Brokey is to hold until the smokes bloom. So if Spirit can time this correctly, they will be out on site before Brokey, and of course they do. And Spirit are out and can 2v1 Kerrigan on short, but it quickly turns into a 3v3. But Spirit has this amazing position with Magix behind FaZe, and here Sontix from car finds an amazing kill on Brokey, who was ready for his peak. And this makes it so Rain will try to spam the smoke and not hold behind, and Magix is able to walk behind and find one more kill, and Spirit takes the round.
And Kerrigan searching elsewhere, finds Chopper, not ready for that.
What an equalizer.
They headed to B, yes they do.
Yeah, Brokey's missed his first opportunity, won't get more of those. He's still hitting shots. Brought down by Shiro. Brokey aware, he got him low. On to Zontix.
Look at Magix.
And he's holding for this angle. What a shot from Zontix. Magic's coming in from behind. Rain, unawares. Bullet to the back of his head.
Both teams are on low buy, and Spirit, if they lose this, will have to save for 1 or even 2 rounds. For them, it's a key round. And here they want to win map control to ensure they can win this round. And here they will send Donk going for this jump to get short control fast. Only do this with the best spawn. Then they have 2 players B, 1 in window and 1 on A, while FaZe are going 3 players in middle and 2 towards apps. Something that indicates that FaZe will either use their apps players to take underground and go for a mid split, or use the mid players to go catwalk and short and do a B split. Here in mid, Donk and Shiro has a fun setup, where Shiro will molotov the mid boxes and Donk will nade the smoke top middle the T's throw, and then peek, since the smoke will be gone, and by then the molotov will force any players away from the boxes, and that's a free kill for Donk. Another way on how Spirit sets up their superstar early on, but FaZe are playing it slow, and this allows Donk to walk up here on the railing and look over the short smoke, and finds a kill and can't be traded, since FaZe flashed, so Donk can use the FaZe flash against them. FaZe can't peek to trade, they would then be blinding themselves with their own flash, as well as Donk is in such a hard position to trade back as soon as he falls down, since FaZe has smoked short and have no players underground fast enough to trade him. When he's on top of the railing, Donk falls back and boosts up his teammate on the boxes and then plays under him. In no way do Spirit want to give away bottom mid control to FaZe at any cost. FaZe uses some smokes and utility to force Spirit away from middle and to win bottom mid. Only problem in a 3v5, winning bottom mid is not enough, sadly. Here's where the 2 apps player comes in play. This mid play was to force the catwalk player away, since as the catwalk player, where do you go if you lose middle? Well, back to site, and right into the apps player's crosshair. And here FaZe finds 2 kills. And now it's a win for FaZe, right? Well, Magix in a sneaky position and play. He has the MP9, so he'll just run and gun, and this nets him 2 kills. A run and gun strat is what wins Spirit the round.
Spirit. Oh, we're not ready for the boost. Frozen's been caught off guard by that, but topples it. Gets them to dismount. Forced forward by the flame. 2 of them standing in the open. No response from Frozen. It does put one onto Donk, puts him low.
Have to know this is coming.
Rob's applying so much pressure, but the nade is good. And now the wide swing from Zontix falls flat. Donk beneath him, leaping is Brokey. Still one from Magix on the MP. No, how's he got 2?
This is a key round for FaZe. They will not have enough money to buy next round and give Spirit match point, while they will not be able to do a proper buy in the last round then. So here they need to do something to win the round. FaZe are going for 1 player towards A, 1 in spawn using utility and then 3 towards mid. A more robust setup than last time we saw FaZe play. But will it work? Spirit are going 1 player on B holding apps, 1 player on window and 3 on A. And here FaZe are much faster taking mid, with a window smoke and then a full on push towards bottom middle. And I love this from Spirit. They smoke bottom con to give a player a way to look over it, but it's quite far out the middle, and this allows Donk to throw this nade and fall back without FaZe being able to tag or see him. A great use of this smoke after the mid smoke fades. FaZe smokes top con to win full con control with 2 players, but remember Spirit has 3 players towards A, so here they will have a player holding for a play like this, and Donk has found a nice opening in the smoke top con, as well as Somtix has not seen any players in middle, so FaZe has to be in con. And here there are a bunch of trades, but Magic and Sandwich has to step up and finds 2 kills for 1 trade, and that leaves Frozen in the 1v2. Crucial 1v2, and in this tense 1v1 Shiro changes his gun from an AWP to an AK and wins it. This was a type of clutch that could have changed the outcome of the match or the entire grand final.
Frozen gets the trade.
Good nade.
Wow. Carrigan's ears are ringing. It's Brokey hitting shots. Zontix kept humble. Just the one. Magic still adjusts on Sandwich. A clutch for Frozen. Perhaps he can hold on. Inject some confidence into the FaZe ranks. He's going for the plant safe.
There's a nade. Shiro has a HE.
Hasn't gone for it. David Sanansky with 3 in the round. Filling the boots of Twists on the grand final stage. He dances with Shiro, closing the gap. Dancing around towards Firebox, spots him out, needs the mag. Shiro versus Frozen, and it's Shiro who prevails!
Round 5 is a key round for FaZe. They have no money and are down 0-4, so they need something big. FaZe are going 1 player in con, 1 in monster and 3 towards middle, while Spirit are going 1 player long, 1 towards toilet and then 3 towards B. And here Spirit starts by smoking monster, and then they are able to find Robs through the smoke, and just like that Spirit has the advantage. Robs loves to go for this spam, and has had a lot of impact and luck with this. Sadly it does not work out this round. As well as after this kill, Somtix nades towards the smoke but fails it, and is not able to break the smoke. But I think if he were able to break it, he would have taken full monster control. So this was a missed opportunity by Spirit to win even more map control. After some time, FaZe decides to go towards B, with 1 player on short and then 3 towards monster. And Spirit are ready with 2 players in monster and then 1 in heaven. FaZe rather decides to go towards short, now that Frozen has full short control. And this makes sense, the default way of holding is to have 1 in heaven and then 2 in monster behind the smoke, since it's harder to trade and you make the heaven position much stronger, as well as not relying too much on it if it gets smoked, when CT is used to play on barrels and towards ABC and water. And there's a bunch of trades. Sadly Robs kills his teammate, since FaZe had a lack of spacing. And here with a great nade, Spirit wins the round.
Flashes are good, unloading their magazines. Frozen and Carrigan, they're combining well. How is he still alive? Frozen, nade on his head, finishes it, now dead. It's 5 for Spirit.
FaZe are back with 1 player monster, 1 in con and 3 towards middle, while Spirit are going 2 players towards toilet and then 3 on B. And I love how FaZe smokes the stairs. And here Shiro with the AWP goes for a nade, but the nade misses and it's not deep enough to break the smoke, and this puts Shiro in a pickle. Since he is so far out, he was kind of banking on that he would be able to break the smoke and get a kill before falling off. But for both teams there's not much action, until FaZe decides to take long control, since so far this game, early on and late, Spirit will take long and have some control of it. But in the mid game, they usually leaves it to focus on just holding site, and FaZe wants to abuse this. While Spirit are holding from site, with Donk jump spotting here to see Banana, and first contact towards toilet to bait FaZe into his teammate in the corner. And here when Donk checks long, Shiro right away goes to look into toilet, and Banana to cover what Donk is not holding. Beautiful team play. But with 30 seconds left, FaZe has to go somewhere. And Spirit has been a master of this for the whole game, just dragging out the time to force FaZe to play down the clock, as well as not giving FaZe anything of an opening before they go. It's crazy to see a 5v5 in a match that is so one-sided, 30 seconds left. Well done Spirit. And the hold from Spirit is amazing. Perfect trades and covers every time. It looked like they can't do anything wrong, as well as Magic's perfect ring around the Rosie to drain the clock for Robs. The Spirit takes a round.
Away at Carrigan. Look at the molly, it's down perfectly. Rain will find him through the flames.
20 seconds.
This gets awkward.
Rotations here.
Chopper's ready to unload his magazine. It's Magic's in combination. Carrigan down next. It's too good from Donk, a double. And with 10 seconds left, what can Robs do? There's nothing for him here. He needs the instant headshot, a miss shot on the AWP, but Magic's is just playing with him. Laughing at him.
This is a tough round for FaZe, and when I saw this, I knew it was over for good. They have in this round an AUG on Carrigan, 2 pistols, a shotgun and SMG, while Spirit has a full buy. FaZe are set up with 3 players on B, with a focus on monster and 2 in middle, while Spirit are going 1 in monster and 4 middle. And here Frozen tries to be cheeky by peeking mid, and just is ran down. Here Carrigan on long could have helped him and peeked out, but Carrigan has the best gun on his team. He do not want to die alone, and Spirits are up by 1 kill. But Carrigan realized he needs to go somewhere, And here is the problem when you peek scope. I decided to call it that, it's probably called something else. You can't see anything right here and here. And before calling Kerrigan a bot, when scoping with an AUG, you make a sound. So he do not want to give away his position, and he pretends to be playing COD by scoping in and moving around corners. Only problem is that he will be peeked from the one place where he can't see any players. And is found as well, and just like that, FaZe has no more A players, and to compensate they go for a monster take, and this backfires. And just like that, it's a 5v2 in match point, game point, grand final point. And I love how slow, even in a 2-man or 3-man advantage Spirit has, they still plays it super slow to make sure they secure the win. Since FaZe are known for the great comebacks. And just like that, Spirit with a Russian super team wins IEM Katowice 2024 Legends.
We're at the end of this story. The conclusion to that laundry list of scalps. The Grim Reaper knocking on the delusion in the face of Team Spirit. Magix puts it together.
This one's done. This one's been done. What a commanding performance from Team Spirit, Robs. You've got nothing to do. Lay down arms.
He'll go down swinging. But we all know what this means. Team Spirit have done it in 3!
Spirit had a great run, and they proved to everyone how good they are. They had Shiro posting stats like an MVP. I should make a separate video of what a genius move this was from Shiro, leaving a failing Cloud9 to win IEM Katowice. They had Donk just donking around, and Something's clutching and having impact in his way, and he deserves so much more praise than what he's getting, because he's in the same position as Electronic. A player that is playing super well but always have a player that is better than you. Well done Spirit, and the major will be their next big event. I can't wait to see. Thanks for watching.